All right, guys. So after doing thorough testing, also checking the QR codes, my worstest fear has came to be. Hate to say it. This company
has lied to me.
All right, guys. I've been having a problem with this battery right here, and what it's doing is this one always gets to 100% steady charge faster than all the other ones, even though I have a battery balancer on. The battery balancer is working, so for some reason this one always is 100% steady charge. If you can hear my inverters, they keep going loud. There it is, the inverter is kicked on, and it's going to reach to a certain voltage and it'll drop down, all because this one right here, even though I have a battery balancer on it. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to show you my meter. First, I'm going to test battery number 4, which is the last one. All right, so test the battery before. The number is going all over the place because that second battery keeps cutting on and off. I know it's the BMS protecting it, but I just want to show you what it's doing right now. See, this battery number 4 is roughly around 13.61. The battery number 3 is going to be 14.01. I'm going to skip over the one that's giving me a problem and go to the first one. And as you can see, this one is close to 14. It's fluctuating because the second battery keeps cutting on and off. Now, this is going to be an interesting one. You see that? Close to 16 volts. And I'm pretty sure it's the battery, the BMS cutting off. I see right now it's starting to charge again. And then the BMS will kick off. And for some reason it goes to close to 16. So this battery keeps going like 16 volts down to 14, 16, 14. I know it's the BMS. That's what I think the problem is. But I was trying to see if you guys ever had this problem before and what you guys think it is. I've already emailed the manufacturer to the batteries, but there you can see it went down to 14. I've already emailed the manufacturer of the batteries because they do advertise a 10-year warranty on these batteries. But when I read the fine print, it says only if you bought the batteries directly from their own website will they, do anything with the warranty. Since I bought these through Amazon, not Temu. If you buy from Temu, a lot of times you do get screwed from Temu. But since I bought them on Amazon, that should be, I would consider that a good place for a warranty. But for some reason I haven't heard anything from I already sent 2 emails about this one battery, but I've heard nothing but crickets. I mean, the battery still works good. I still get close to 300 amp hours from the set every single day. But for some reason this one just keeps kicking on and kicking off. And a lot of times it'll trip my inverter right over here. It'll trip this inverter and it'll give me a red light and be error code number 8. Now the one that's giving me problems, I just happened to notice that over here I got a little piece of plastic coming out when I was over there, and I got my finger underneath there, and I don't know if I know you can't see it on camera, but it's like the lid is unglued right here. So I think I'm gonna see if I can pop this lid off just to look inside. And I figured I might as well just record it while I'm doing it, There we go. Took a little block of wood to get that lid off. Well, all the connections are nice and tight. Only thing I can see I don't like is this battery terminal right here being bent on the battery. I don't know if I should take those things off or not, because I can test the cells just like this without taking this terminal off. But let me show you what I'm talking about the terminal here being bent. It's probably nothing, but this terminal right here, I got my camera straight up and down. As you see, this nut, instead of being up, it's more tilted that way. So I don't think that will cause a problem. Not like what I'm seeing, you know, what it's doing. Because, I mean, the nut is tight. It does have this stuff to help prevent it from backing off. But I guess what I'm going to do now is I'm going to test each and every cell to see what the cells are doing. .4. 3.5. So this was 3.4. Well, 3.49, so pretty darn close to 3.5. 3.5. 3.3. That's substantially lower. And the one that has the busted. So 3.45. Let me look at the cap. The cap and middle of the battery has not blown off, so it's not overheating or anything. All right, guys. So after doing thorough testing, also checking the QR codes, my worstest fear has came to be. Hate to say it. This company has lied to me. 12.8 volt, 300 amp hour battery. I just pulled the codes off the QR codes, and this is only a I kind of knew this. People told me, but you know, this one, I guess there's a reason why this is one of the cheapest batteries on Amazon, because it is using 280 amp hour cells in this 300 amp hour battery. I do get right now about 300 amp hours. Sometimes it's 290. It all depends on how much what I'm pulling from my RV. If I'm pulling a lot of voltage, of course, it's going to cut off faster because it reaches the low voltage disconnect faster. Here's what I found of all the different cells. And what I think is happening is the BMS in this battery is not balancing the cells. Let me take the camera out here and I'll show you what the voltages I'm getting on each cell. So, of course, you know, I'm not a professional drawer, but this is the battery. These are the terminals, which are right here on the battery. So that's why I kind of got that. So that way I can put like cell 1, 2, 3, and 4. Cell 1 is 3.45 volts. 2 is the lowest at 3.37. 3 is the highest, which is 3.5. And 4 is 3.48. There's a difference between these two cells, 0.013 volt difference between these two cells. So what it's telling me is that cell number 3, what's happening is cell number 3 is reaching high voltage disconnect, and basically it's cutting off my whole system from charging. Once it turns this one off, it kind of like basically all the other ones can't compensate, and it messes up, and all my other batteries cannot get to 100% state of charge because this one cell in this battery is just not letting it. So basically the BMS in this one, in my opinion, is not balancing these cells. So that's what I found out. So I got a couple options. One, since this company is pretty sure they're not going to honor the warranty because I didn't buy it directly from the actual company. I bought it through Amazon. According to their website, they only warranty you if you bought it directly from them. One thing I'm really thinking about doing is just harvesting each cell out, each one of these batteries, and just buying my own BMS that will do 16 cells. And that way, when I buy my own BMS, I can get like 1 amp or 2 amp balancing leads. And that way I can just harvest the cells out of these and basically make, one giant battery just by harvesting these cells. And that's actually cheaper than buying the cells themselves. I looked just to buy, each individual cells, your BMS, but you actually pay more money than just buying these cheap budget batteries and just taking the cells out yourself. that's probably what I'm going to do. One, because then I'll be able to do communications port from the BMS to my inverter. Therefore, I can use the actual inverter out to see what my actual state of charge is on the battery versus this right here, where it doesn't have no communications whatsoever. And I'm having to use my Victron, which I love the Victron. The Victron is amazing. I really love coming home every day looking at it. Even if I have communications going to my inverter, I still will have the Victron hooked up because I love it. It's awesome. It's working great. No reason to change it. I do have things in it I'm going to be doing differently. I'm going to get away from this company for sure, especially since they're not going, since I found the website, they're not going to warranty anything unless you buy it directly from them. I found another company out there and I actually emailed them, and they actually have been talking to me back and forth, and they said that yes, if you buy it through Amazon, they will warranty it. Even in the new batteries I'm going to be getting pretty soon, even says 5-year warranty, on the battery themselves. So I'm looking forward to that. But I thought maybe you would enjoy this right here. I've been wanting to do this forever, just to open up the case and see what's the freaking wrong with this battery. I'm pretty dang sure it's the BMS not balancing the cells. So I don't think it's a dead cell because it still has good voltage, but it's most definitely not doing good, or the cells are not balanced in this particular battery. So, all right, guys. Well, that's pretty much it for today, and I'll talk to you in the future. Bye.